Hey Magic fans, it's Paul from the Orlando Magic UK with your Penny for Your Thoughts podcast game preview. Tonight is the second pre-season game for the Orlando Magic. They are in Ohio to face the Cleveland Cavaliers. UK tip time is midnight and that's 7 p.m. both in Orlando and also local in Cleveland. Last season the Cavs won all 4 meetings against the Magic. Now, Magic Basketball returned with a pre-season opening road win over the New Orleans Pelicans, and that was a 122-105 comprehensive victory. The Magic fell behind to double digits early on in the first half, and yeah, there was expected rustiness, and that was evident. But once the defensive intensity picked up, you really saw a difference, and the scoring picked up as a result of that. Rotations, we saw everyone get minutes except Joe Ingles, Caleb Houston and Kevon Harris. Both Kevon and Caleb had slight niggles. Joe Ingles had been kept out. There was a slight injury issue, but also they did say that he'd been playing with Australia, so it was just a case of resting the 36-year-old's body. So nothing to worry about. And as a result, we saw a good selection of Magic players. Starting 5, Markelle Fultz, Jalen Suggs, Franz Wagner, Paolo Banchero and Wendell Carter Jr. Bench backup rotation that played during the first half, and this is kind of where you tend to think that Coach Mosley has played his 2 strongest units, as he would see at this moment. So the backup unit was Anthony Black, Cole Anthony, Gary Harris, Jonathan Isaac and Moritz Wagner. We'll do a quick rookie watch as well. Anthony Black, yeah, disappointing, only scored 2 points on 1 of 5 shooting from the floor. But you know what, his defence was excellent, and we saw more than one deflection and altering of shots as a result of his very, very active hands. It was good to see. And as to Jet Howard, 8 points on 3 of 8 shooting from the floor. Look good in parts, other parts, yeah, you know, but at the end of the day, this is an opening game experience for these 2 guys. Let's not read too much into it. Let's give them time to build their confidence and their understanding of what's required within the NBA. Cole Anthony, hey, guy came off the bench, scored 13 points. He was the man who really helped cut into that deficit. And as many of you know, Gary and I are both very much Cole fans. And so from my point of view, can the team please just get him tied into the future? Let's get it done, because his impact is such that he's worth the investment. We've got to really shout out Wendell Carter Jr. The man led the team. He is poised for potentially a very big year. He looks really good. Sank 4 of his 5 3-point attempts, and led the team with 18 points. So he could be on for a big season. And the other guy that we have to shout out is J.I. Man, he's a difference maker for this team. His 8 minutes yielded 7 points, 2 blocks and a steal. I think as a team, there were some nice figures. I know it's pre-season, let's not get excited, but these were nice figures because the team had, I think Coach Mosley had the team playing with a good intensity and good organisation. It saw 10 blocks, 8 steals and 29 assists. That's some good ball movement, and rather than relying on one person to score, we've got a lot of people scoring. So they shot 43.6% from the field and 33.3% with the 3 ball. Magic again, I expect to see you get the majority of the squad playing tonight. A lot of different rotations. Again, don't expect starter minutes. Nobody went over 20 minutes last time. The 2 that logged the most were Paolo Banchero and Markelle Fultz, who Paolo had 20 minutes, Markelle, I think it was 19 minutes 44 seconds, something of that nature. That's kind of where you're expecting. Now tonight you may well see 1 or 2 drop out, have a bit of a rest. Perhaps we see Caleb come in, perhaps we see Kevon Harris get a few minutes, and perhaps Joe Ingles plays. However, if Coach Mosley is going to go with his strongest five again and get them minutes and experience, and we are up against a good team in the Cleveland Cavaliers, so it would be good experience. Kind of expect again Markelle Fultz, Jalen Suggs, Franz Wagner, Paolo Banchero and Wendell Carter Jr. to be your starting five. There's as of this minute, there's still no injuries listed for the Magic, but then again, it was only on X that Dan Savage had tweeted out that Joe Ingles was being held out because of this niggle last time round. So we'll see. Anything I think is going to be rest because everybody came through unscathed from the last game. As to the Cleveland Cavaliers, last season they had a 51-31 record, and that saw the Cavs with their best campaign since LeBron left. They finished fourth in the East. I think what followed was perhaps somewhat of a surprise, where they went out 1-4 to the New York Knicks in the first round of the Eastern Conference playoffs. Their aim for this new season has to be to remain a top 5 team and make a deep run into the playoffs. Yeah, no, that's not rocket science, but there we go. Top end of the rotation and backup core of that team was kept intact over the summer. They were mostly in contract, so they've come into this new season with the benefit of continuity and stability. You're looking at, over the summer, they extended Caris LeVert at a very reasonable cost, and they brought in good floor spacing that they needed, picking up Max Strus and Georges Niang. They moved on from a lot of role players, a lot of bench players, Jenny Osman, Robin Lopez, Danny Green, Raul Neto, Lamar Stevens and Dylan Windler were the kind of main names. Cleveland kicked off their pre-season on Tuesday, same as the Magic. They were on the road in Atlanta facing the Hawks and came up 1 point short, 107-108 loss. They had 13 steals in that game and 24 points off of the fast break. They are a very active, fast team. You're looking at their 3-point shot being a little bit clunky on the opening pre-season game. They only shot 27%. But 46.5% from the field, so they are clearly a dangerous scoring team. They rolled out a starting unit: Darius Garland, Donovan Mitchell, Caris LeVert, Max Strus and Evan Mobley. Isaac Okoro led the team from the bench with 19 points, and he also played a game-high 20 minutes. So again, Cleveland playing the same sort of minutes as the Magic did. Jarrett Allen and Ricky Rubio were both out for the Atlanta game. Allen was listed as a game time decision, so yeah, he may well miss out again tonight, or he could feature. If he does feature, I think you'll see him go straight back into the starting lineup. As it is, they're probably going to roll with the same unit: Darius Garland, Donovan Mitchell, Max Strus, Evan Mobley, and so if fit, Jarrett Allen. If not, then you'll see that same unit of Caris LeVert, Max Strus and Evan Mobley switch in to just change one or two of the positions. Let's be honest, that win was a great start for Magic pre-season. We all love to see a win, but more importantly, everybody came through it healthy. We said previously, pre-season is not about results. It's about trying the rotations. It's about trying items that they've been working on in practice and in training camp. And most importantly, it's about conditioning. There's also likely to have been some conversation between the two coaches requesting that one or the other tries, say, zone defence, that they want a 2-3 minute period where they're playing up against a zone defence. So, yeah, we'll see what we get tonight. Don't get hung up on results, but yeah, it'd be great to go 2-0 on the pre-season. So, if you enjoyed this game preview, please give the episode a thumbs up. Give us a follow on YouTube and subscribe to anything and everything that we do at Orlando Magic UK. And until next time, go Magic.